Here's the brutal truth. 90% of candle makers never move past hobbyist level. And it's not because they don't make beautiful candles. It's because they miss one shift that has nothing to do with wax or fragrance oil at all. I see it all the time. People pouring batch after batch, waiting for that perfect moment to start selling. But that perfect moment never comes. When I first started, I told myself the same exact thing. I'll sell after I fix the wick. I'll sell when I find the perfect jar. Months went by and I was still waiting. What I finally realized is this: you'll never feel 100% ready. But there are a few clear signs that tell you you're not a hobbyist anymore. You're ready to build something real. So, hey everybody, I'm Dominique, the owner of Zovia Fragrances, and in my channel I break down starting a candle business from scratch and seeing what I can turn it into. And over the past couple years, we have made significant growth in our progress. So let's get into the video. Sign number one that you're ready. You've tested your candles consistently. And I don't just mean you've lit one candle and thought, yeah, that seems fine. I mean, you've taken the time to pour multiple batches, same wax, same wick, same jar, and you're starting to see consistent results. See, consistency is everything. If your candles are burning evenly, the flame is steady, your scent throw is predictable, that's your green light. You're not guessing anymore. You're building a formula. And that's what real candle testing is. It's not just trial and error, but refining until you can replicate your results. When I started, I used to treat every batch like an experiment. Different waxes, random fragrance oils, different jars, and I wondered why every candle burned differently. It wasn't until I picked one formula and started documenting my results that I realized, oh, this is how you build a business. Because a business depends on consistency. And if you're already logging your burn times, wick sizes, and cure times, you're doing what real manufacturers do. You're building data, and that data becomes your safety net when you start selling. So, if you got candles that burn clean, flames that behave, no smoking, no tunneling, that's your sign you're ready. Because now you're not just making something that smells nice, you're making something that's reliable. And reliability is what customers pay for. Sign number two that you know you're ready to start selling your candles is you know your cost per candle. If you can look at one of your candles and say, I know exactly how much it cost me to make that, you're thinking like a business owner. Again, when I first started, I didn't track a thing. I just reorder supplies whenever I ran out. Wax from one site, jars from another, and at the end of the month I couldn't tell if I was making money or just breaking even. Does that sound familiar? But the moment I sat down and actually calculated everything, the wax, the wick, the fragrance oil, the jar, the label, and even the box, I realized my candles cost me way more than I thought. And that's when everything kind of changed in my pricing structure. Because once you know your true cost, you can finally price with confidence. And here's why that matters. If your candle costs $6 to make and you're selling it for $12, you're not making a 50% profit. You're making less than $3 once you factor in packaging, fees, and your time. And that's not business, right? That's a hobby. So when you know your cost per candle, you can start building real margins. You can decide whether you're a $15 brand or a $25 brand or a $40 luxury brand. You can make smart choices instead of emotional ones. And here's the best part. Once you know your cost, you stop feeling guilty about your prices. You stop comparing yourself to that $10 candles at the store because you actually understand the math behind your pricing. So, if you've done the work, you've tracked your supplies, and you know your numbers, that's your second sign. You're not just a hobbyist anymore. You're an entrepreneur in training. And sign number three that you know you're ready. People are already asking to buy your candles. Now, this one might sound simple, but it's actually one of the biggest indicators that you're ready to start selling. If friends, family, coworkers, even strangers are asking to purchase your candles, that's real market feedback. It means your product connects with people. And another personal story, when I first started testing candles, I had a few sitting on my desk at work. People would stop by and ask, oh, where'd you buy that? And when I told them I made it myself, they'd say, oh, you should sell these. You know, I used to brush it off thinking, oh, you know, they're just being nice, but that was demand, right? Right in front of me. And I almost ignored it. Now, here's the thing. No one owes you that compliment. When someone says, I'd buy that, or they actually do buy it, they're casting a vote for your product. They're telling you that your candle solved a problem, even if it's as simple as making their home feel calm or cozy. And you don't need a huge following or a fancy website to start selling. If 5 people in your circle want to buy your candles, imagine how many more would if they knew you existed. And that's how real businesses start, one sale at a time. So if you're hearing that interest, don't wait for someday. Take that as your green light. And if you want to take things a step further, I actually wrote a book series and it'll break down everything for you. I'll put it up on the screen here. So throughout my time in business, I've literally documented everything and I've just curated them into 6 separate books. And if you're part of my YouTube membership, I'm actually going to be breaking down each of these books in a video series, going in as in-depth as possible. So if you're interested, they will be dropping soon. Just go ahead and join my YouTube membership and you'll be able to get full access to those. Now, interest means potential. And if people are already asking, that's the universe telling you it is time. Now, here's sign number 4. You actually have a brand idea, even if it's just a small one. When you first started making candles, it's all about experimenting. You try new scents, new jars, different looks, and that's a good thing. But at some point, you start to notice a pattern. You gravitate towards a certain style, a certain feeling, a certain vibe. That's your brand trying to introduce itself to you. And your brand isn't just your logo or your label. It's the emotion your candles give people. Do they feel calm when they light it, luxurious, uplifted, grounded? And once you can answer that, you've already started building your identity. You know, for me, I realized I wasn't just selling candles. I was selling how I wanted people to feel. Because once I understood that, every decision from the scent names to the packaging had a purpose. And that's what customers connect with. They don't just buy wax and fragrance, right? They buy meaning. So if you found yourself saying, I want my candles to feel cozy or grounding, or I want my brand to represent elegance and calm, guess what? That's your brand voice forming. That's the beginning of something bigger. And again, I've actually made a whole course on this. It's called From Hobbyist to Entrepreneur. It's to help you, define that brand and your brand foundation step by step. And it's on my website. It's actually a full course, over 100 pages long, with worksheets, documents, all that stuff. And it's like $147 value, and I'm only offering it right now for $14 so I can gain more testimonials before then I have to raise the price again. So if you're interested in that, feel free to go to my website or the links in the description. That'll take you there and try it out. I'd love to know your feedback on it. Now, don't wait until you have the perfect logo or website. If you already know what your candles represent, you've got the heart of your brand, and that means you're ready. And sign number 5 that you are ready is you're willing to learn the business side of everything. This is the moment every maker eventually faces, because making candles is the fun part. It's the creative, relaxing, and rewarding. But when you decide to sell those candles, you step into a different world, right? So you have to think about pricing, margins, shipping, branding, even marketing. And that can be intimidating at first. But here's the thing, you don't have to know everything. You just have to be willing to learn. That mindset alone separates hobbyists from entrepreneurs, because entrepreneurs don't let fear stop them. They find resources, they test, they learn, and they adapt. When I started, I knew nothing about business. I just knew I wanted to make something that mattered, and I was willing to figure out the rest. It's been so fun and challenging and rewarding all at the same time. And that willingness, that's what built Nightlight Candles and now Zovia Fragrances. That's what turned this into something real, right? So if you've been researching how to price your candles, learning about branding, or watching videos like this one, you're already doing it. You're thinking like a business owner. That's the 5th and final sign that you're ready to take your candles seriously. Because let's be honest, no one ever feels completely ready. But readiness isn't a feeling, it's a decision. And if you're still here watching this, that means you've already made it. So if you've checked off even a few of these signs, that's your signal. You're ready to start selling your candles. I know how scary it feels to take that first step. You'll wonder if your candles are good enough, if people will actually buy them, or if you'll make any sales at all. But here's the truth. Every single business that you admire started exactly where you are right now. Nervous, uncertain, and hopeful. And you don't have to do it alone. That's why I created my school community. It's completely free for you. Links also in the description. So you can come join, learn from other makers, so we can all do this together. Again, you are not alone in this. Remember, your first steps don't have to be perfect. It just has to be real. So if you got value from this video, give it a like and subscribe. We've got a whole community of makers here trying to chase the dream just like you. So I can't wait to see what you build. Feel free to comment where you're at in your business currently. Again, we're all here to help you, so best of luck, and I'm rooting for you. See you in the next video.